welcome back, everyone. Nick and Lex here. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Well, here it's 7 a.m. I'm super awake and I'm super excited to this new marathon of music with Nick. Um, let's take a look here at our list, and of course, let's give a huge thanks to Sidecar Dog. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm super happy that you're back. Requesting marathons and with a banger. There was so much good music that I've been listening to last week. It's like amazing. But these are some bands that I am familiar with. Pretty much all of them this time. So I'm really excited. That what I'm getting into is already like top tier. So again, thank you so much. If you see the title, if you saw the title of the video and that's why you clicked on it, thank you. You might want to subscribe after the video if you like it, if the content, is good. Can give it a thumbs up or down, whatever you feel like, be honest. And yeah, today we're gonna start it off with Talking Heads, Stay Up Late from Little Creatures. So I've pretty much reacted to their most famous album, which was let's see right here, the Talking Heads 77. I think that's the name of the album, and we had like mixed review. No, it wasn't that. It was Remain in Light. Yeah, it was. It was like a mixed reaction because we did love the album, but since it was very purposefully, on purpose, it was there was a lot of loops and stuff. So after a while, if you just listen to the entire thing, and the expectations of course were very, very high, so we were kind of like a little bit both of us were kind of like a little bit I don't know, underwhelmed at the time. It requires more listens, and we listened to it again, and we liked it a lot better than the first time. But well, the first time is on tape, so that's the one that's on Patreon. But now that I listen to it again, I get it. They were just doing something very different. Okay, so we're gonna start with Talking Heads. Then we're gonna do the specials. I just did some of the specials in another marathon. This is gonna be Ghost Town from the album More Specials from 1980, and then we're gonna do some Elvis Costello from the same best of. I'm gonna grab this, Watching the Detectives from the best of Elvis Costello, and I jumped over one. First, we're gonna do The Clash, the Magnificent Seven from Sandista. No, Sand in Ista. Okay. We're gonna do what year is this from? Sandinista. Oh god, I can't read. I guess it's too early. I haven't had coffee, so that might be it. 1980. Jesus, what a coffee does. And then Watching the Detectives from Best of Elvis Costello, and then Crowded House. I just did some Crowded House, and I just love Crowded House. Together Alone is the album, 1993. Yeah, and that's it. And we're gonna add some more at the end, as a bonus. All right, give me just one moment. All right, so here we go, and let's give it up for Talking Heads. Let's see if this is completely different from that album, from their pretty much the most famous album. So here we go. completely different than Remain in Light because it's more based on a structure of, just it's piano based, it has its, an intro, the little chorus. And what we found so difficult, like in Remain in Light, that it was just a loop of the same rhythm. So we were just expecting music, but the lyrics were so good. And but we're not really paying attention to the lyrics, so it was just like, it's one of those things, you have to listen to. It's like only listening to, like, I don't know, to, like, let's say Led Zeppelin 4. Well, that's a bad example, because that's like more straightforward rock. But something, I don't know, like, it was just, it requires multiple, listens, and also check out the lyrics. And that's, I think, with every music, you have to go back, and that's what I would do when I would buy an album, like I first would like pop it into the Discman. The Discman, I love it. Or when I would burn an album, would download it, but I would just like listen to it, pretty much already looking at the lyrics and the booklet, and that was such a cool experience, And then, but I would listen to the music first, and then I would go back immediately that same day and listen to it again with the lyrics, and kind of learn the lyrics. And and then I had a complete, it's different than just sitting down and listening to everything at once. It's just harder. But I like this very much. Very cool. David Byrne is always a good time. He's just a smart guy. The way he writes lyrics, the way he writes music, and he has, a great band. So okay, let's continue. Very cool. Love those guitar licks at the end. Um, I pressed pause. Jeez. Okay. The next town, Ghost Town. The next one is Ghost Town, by the Specials. But I wanted to talk about this. So today, there's, always gonna be people in the comment section, and this guy, I hope he sees this because he watches, you know, um, the channel, and I guess he's a fan of the Talking Heads. And he was like, "How can you consider yourself a fan of music and you don't know the Talking Heads?" And I'm like, like, what do you say to that? Like, it's like me saying, like, what is like a band that's amazing? That's kind of difficult. A band that's amazing from now. There's a lot of bands that are amazing now, but they're more underground. But like, okay, let's say, well, I really can't, take an example because I really don't listen to music that from now. But it's like, saying in 20 years, calling out someone and saying, how dare you not know this? Maybe he only listens to classical music. Maybe he only listens to music in Spanish. Maybe he's like the best musician of his school, and you call him an someone that's not a music fan just because he doesn't know the band that you grew up with. Come on, that's just like, how can you do that? How can you like take the time and write that? Take the time and actually type that out and press enter. I don't understand people like that. Just share the joy. Be happy that now we know Talking Heads, instead of saying, "Oh, you call yourself a music fan and you don't know Talking Heads." Oh, come on. It's not fair. It's not fair for someone who was born literally 30 years later, when they came out, like Alexia. So it's like, it's just unfair. So I just like, if you are listening to this, just choose your comments. Just let's be nice to each other. It's so easy. It's really so easy to be nice. Okay, so the next one is Ghost Town by the Specials, that I just found out about literally in the last marathon. That was by JK. I guess he beat you to the punch, Sidecar. But because literally, and also Crowded House is in his marathon, the Specials and Crowded House. So that's kind of cool. And Elvis Costello. So I guess sometimes you guys literally think alike, which is really cool. All right, so here we go with Ghost Town. And I love their reggae infused, like ska, I was talking about when I was in my ska years, or like when I was being pretty much schooled, by all the musicians in that band. And they taught me so much about everything music wise, like when to kind of like play lower, when to lower my volume, when to come in, how to make the music richer. Not just, this is not your show, this is about giving towards the band. You have to like play to make the band sound better. Don't play for yourself. Don't play, this is not, and I learned so much. And even after that, in a rock band, I knew exactly when to kind of be more quiet, when to, I got a volume pedal. And volume pedals are so important in music, because you can't just play at one volume during your entire set. It's always, you have to kind of go down. And that's why musicians have their techs, because they know when to kind of like lower each one and when to go up. And when you're a small band, you kind of have to do that by yourself. And I really learned how to be quiet and not overplay, like a solo, like, because I used to be more like, okay, take a solo, okay, I'm gonna go for 3 minutes here. And that man, it was like, no, you're gonna play for 15 seconds, so you better come up with something substantial. So kind of stuff like that, it was really good. It was really a great time, to play with these. I was like 20 and they were all in their 50s and 60s, and they were like, do this and don't do that. And so good, such a great time. All right, so here we go. good. I love this. Obviously, the reggae, the bass and the drums and bass here, they lead the way. And then, of course, the reggae rhythm. But that is such an effective scale that almost like Egyptian like, but it sounds, you know, it's very, it has a great place in this ghost town, you know. Like I don't know, it just fits very well. This whole thing is really cool. I love it. And then dun 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 dun, those chords that are building, so cool. Super. So it did seem a little bit familiar. I think just that down. I'm like, I've seen that. I've heard that before. Where could it be? So I looked it up. I usually go to movies because we're just like movie freaks, Alexia and I. So it has been, this song has been featured in pretty much all of them. The only one I haven't seen is Endless. Is it Runner or Bummer? Endless Bummer. I've never seen that movie, but Shaun of the Dead, of course. So it's in Shaun of the Dead. Then it's The Wire. We've seen The Wire, the show, in the episode Game Day. Then Snatch, of course, Snatch, Guy Ritchie, and then Natural Born Killer. So yeah, so no wonder it was familiar. But I think I don't know if it was the lick, the sax, but that's how I'm like, man, I do remember something like this. So I don't know. So it must have been in those movies. Super cool. I'm super happy that I looked it up. So all right. Beautiful. I mean, just very fun, fun song. I could totally put that on and, you know, see myself dancing to it or something on a road trip. So the next one is The Clash, and The Clash is super famous for oh wait a minute. Is it? Oh, it's totally was going to mess up here. Wait a second. Okay, so oh, the Knack. Okay, totally different. So I thought it was okay. I thought it was the guys that did My Sharona. No, no, that's the Knack. That's The Clash. And they're famous for Should I Stay or Should I Go? I've heard that. And London Calling. I think we've done that. We've done those two on the channel. But okay, today we're gonna do the Magnificent Seven. So here we go.
And your bankers too. Let's get up and learn those rules. Weatherman and the crazy chief. One says sun and one says sea. AM, the FM, the PM too. Turning out that boogaloo. Get you up and I guess you out. But how long can you keep it up? Give me Honda, give me Sonic. So cheap and real phony. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and Eskimo pence. Sophistication, seen the ads, cause it's nice. Better work hard, I seen the price. Never mind that, it's time for the bus. We got to work, and you're one of us. Clocks go slow in a place of work. Minutes drag and the hours jug. Yeah, wait, bye-bye. Wait, bye-bye to the boss. It's our profit, it's his loss. But anyway, the lunch bell ring. Take 1 hour, do your
I love it. It almost seems a little bit like, and I'm not saying this is rap, but it has the same, function. It's like there's one bass line and then people just, sing over. That's pretty much how rap works. This is, of course, more, I feel it's more like punk, let's see. Dum, 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 dum. Great bass line. Yeah, it doesn't really say, but it says that they're inspired by the Sex Pistols, punk rock. Really cool. I love how they just, sing over that bass line. It really works really well. Okay, let's keep going.
Do your thing. Chief Boyga. What do we have for entertainment? Cops kicking gypsies on the pavement. Now the news has left to attention. Lunar landing of the dentist convention. Italian monster shoots a lobster. Seafood restaurant gets out of hand. Car in the fridge, a fridge in the car. Like cowboys do in TV land. You know what? Don't stop. Keep it up. You know what? Don't stop. You know what? Don't stop. Keep it on. Stop. Yeah. To get back to work and sweat some more. The sun will sink and we'll get out the door. It's no good for man, it's the working cages. Hit the town, he drinks his wages. You're fretting, you're sweating. But did you notice you ain't getting? You're fretting, you're sweating. But did you notice not getting anywhere? Don't you ever stop long enough to start? Take your car out of that gear. Don't you ever stop long enough to start? Get your car out of that gear. Call them up, a fire and Engels came to the checkout at the 7-Eleven. Marx was good, but he had sense. Engels, Lenin, the necessary bends. What do we got? Yeah. What do we got? Yeah. What do we got? Magnificent. What do we got? Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi went to the park to check on the game, but they was murdered by the other team. Went on to win 15-0. You can be true, you can be false. You'll be given the same reward. Socrates, a Milhouse Dixon, both went the same way through the kitchen. Plato the Greek or in Tintin. Who's more famous to the billion millions? Who's Flash? Vacuum cleaner sucks up budgie. Bye-bye. Long, isn't it?
This reminded me a lot of Talking Heads, like so much like of that album, like Remain in Light of Tina Weymouth, like doodle-doodle-doom, doom, doom, doodle-doom, doom, boom, boom, boom. Because it was more like a loop, like this is the style of the Talking Heads. And there's actually, I looked it up, like, I put just the Clash and Talking Heads, and there's a mashup for the Clash and the Talking Heads on YouTube. Um, um, it doesn't really say what songs, but it say the Magnificent Killer. So it's, I guess, the Magnificent Selling and Psycho Killer together. That's kind of cool. That would be kind of fun to watch because it did remind me a lot. All right. Okay. And what's next? Okay. The amazing Elvis Costello. So now with him, I never know what I'm going to get into. It's always something different. His style is always does something like the last one that I reacted to on this collection on the best of was literally like rock with like Latin music. Like it was almost like salsa, like the chord progressions, you know. But the way he was singing on top of it was completely like rock and roll. So so cool. Like with Elvis Costello, you never really know what's gonna happen. You know, I love that about him. So here we go with watching the detectives. Here we go. Reggae. See, I told you.
Last girl's that one with a defect, cellophane shrink wrap so correct. Red dogs under legal legs. She looks so good that he gets down and begs. She's watching the detectives. Ooh, he's so cute. She's watching the detectives. When they shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no heart. A long shot at that jumping sign. Invisible shivers running down my spine. Cut the baby taking off her clothes. Close up with a sign that says we never close. You snatch a chew and you match a cigarette. She pulls the eyes out with a face like a magnet. I don't know how much more of this I can take. She's filing her nails while they're dragging the lake. She's watching the detectives. Oh, he's so cute. She's watching the detectives. Oh, and they shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no heart. You think you're alone until you realize you're in it now. Fear is here to stay. Love is here for every day. Call it instant chess when it's past the legal limit. Someone's scratching at the window. I wonder who is it. The detective from the check if you belong to the parents who are ready to hear the rest about their daughter's disappearance. So it really took a miracle to get you to stay. It only took my little fingers to blow you away. Just like watching the detectives. Don't get cute. Just like watching the detectives. Don't get so angry when the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no heart. Watching the detectives. It's just like watching the detectives. Watching the detectives. Watching the detectives. Watching the detectives. Watching the detectives.
Very cool. I don't know if that's the only reggae song by Elvis Costello, but you see, like that's exactly what I was talking about. With him, there's always a different style, you know. He doesn't really have a style. Um, let's see. Oh, why? Why? Comments. Um. Okay, so the other day I did this amazing Genesis marathon, right? And since all the Genesis songs were universal, I needed a song by Warner Brothers, and I was like, okay, let's look for something. Oh, Jethro Tull, they're amazing, right? And I used we used to know, which by the way is an amazing song. And then this guy just wrote here. It's a real pity that we used to know as a filler. This is one of my favorite Jethro Tull tracks, as it really shows Martin Bear's prowess. It's also the song I've asked my wife to play at my funeral. Be happy. Be happy that I played it. Be happy that I said this is an amazing song. Like, why do you guys always have to look at the negatives? It's not filler. It's the song that's literally gonna save the marathon. Oh my god. You can't do anything right in this life, honestly. Okay, so next one is Pineapple Head by Crowded House. I love Neil Finn. I love his voice. I love the way they compose. The great band. Here we go. This is from Together Alone. Oh, I said it before, 93.
Detective is flat, no longer is always flat out. Got the number of getaway car, didn't get very far. Is lucid as hell, his image is moving so fast, like a fever so close to the bone. I don't feel too well. And if you choose to take that path, I will play you like a shark, and I'll clutch at your heart. I'll come flying like a spark to inflame you. Sleeping alone for pleasure, the pineapple head, it spins and it spins like a number I hold. Don't remember if she was my friend, it was a long time ago. And if you choose to take that path, I will play you like a shark, and I'll clutch at your heart. I can fly in like a spark to inflame. Pleasure, the pineapple head spins and it spins like a number I hold. Don't remember if she was my friend, it was a long time ago. And if you choose to take that path, would you come to me? At your heart, I could fly it like a spark to inflame you. I will clutch at your heart and come fly it like a spark to inflame you.
Just that bass line, the acoustic guitars, that beautiful like melody, and the singing is like Crowded House or Neil Finn by himself. They're always a good time. So good. Okay, now we have arrived at the end of the marathon. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna choose this song because in a previous marathon of sidecars, Sidecar Dog, he used this band. So please don't be offended. It's not a filler. This is just a song that's going to help us remain the video, keep the video on, you know, so they can block it. And I'm gonna choose the Rutles or Rootless. Um, I must be in love, and yeah, it's really sad. And yesterday I lost it. Yesterday we did a video, um, and I just like I was so fed up with people complaining all the time, and it's like, what happened to you guys? You're supposed to be the generation that's tough. Like, don't let yourself get into that habit that everybody's doing, like, because right now what we're living in 2024 is the cancel and complain and you know pretty much bitch about everything, culture. And I see that older people are also getting into this habit because the younger people are doing it. It's being pushed, and it's just like becoming the norm. Don't do that to yourselves. You're just going to create yourself, you're just going to make yourselves unhappy. Like, if you feel that that's happening to you, I really highly advise you to get off social media, because I don't have Facebook. I don't use Twitter. I mean, I have Facebook, but I never use it. I never check it. I'm not interested what other people do, honestly. I don't I watch the news, but very carefully. And I don't get into arguments with people. It's pointless. People wake up, and their only goal in their life is to go on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever, to complain and to look for shit to happen and look for negativity and latch on to that. Come on, that's not happiness. Go outside, walk your dog, go outside, go for a walk, you know, go paint something, go record with your instruments, be happy, listen to music. Don't go into that hole where all these people are, all this negativity meets. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mind. It creates stress. It creates depression. You know, I learned very long ago, years ago, I don't need Facebook. I don't need Instagram. I don't need to show people what I'm eating. This is as far as I go. Making these videos, like, and it's already a lot, to put yourself out there on the internet. Like, we get comments, every day, but I don't care anymore. Sometimes I just laugh, or the one that I just, explained to you about. It's like so unnecessary. Like, people always want to complain and want to be unhappy. Literally, if you literally like care about your health, don't do that. Just say, oh my god, he's having fun, he's like listening to this stuff for the first time. That's awesome. Instead of like, we get so many negative comments about how we look and what, and because you have guitars behind you and you don't know this band, and it's like, and it's a video from 3 years ago when we really didn't know about, I don't know, Steely Dan or, something like that. And it's so mean. It's just like, why do people have to be so mean? Now I'm literally like, right now, when I read a comment like that, it goes, it's like I've created like this, like the shield. It doesn't affect me anymore. It used to affect me, but then I understand that it's, these people don't think about the comment. They just leave it, press enter, and never think about it again. And that's so sad, because pretty much what they did is they purposefully wanted to hurt someone, and then they send it and they never think about that person again ever, or they never remember that they left that comment that maybe really affected someone. Me and Alexia, we're made out of steel by now, but there's other people who really take this stuff seriously, and they're really are self-conscious, and get really depressed just because of one little comment that maybe doesn't mean anything, but it does. So when you go online, try to be positive and try to, really put positive energy into people's lives instead of just being negative and like, oh, you don't know anything about yes because you don't know, and I'm like, it's just like, it's so, I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but I think it was a good example, that even while I was going through the videos and I'm looking at the channel, and I'm happy. And there's such great comments here. People are so nice, but some people are so evil, like literally evil. And that is just worrisome. Like, what do these people do all day? Like, literally, they have nothing better to do than to be mean. And I'm sure you guys have seen those comments, and there's a lot of stuff that gets filtered out, like YouTube just, if there's F words or S words or whatever, all these words, they get kind of filtered out. We don't even look at those. They get deleted after like a month or so by themselves, and then they don't get posted. But it's like, if we would look at into that part of YouTube, not a good idea. But yeah, so it's just like, it's a thing to think about, when you go online and and even if you watch videos, not just our videos, anyone's videos, there might be someone who doesn't know anything about music, who doesn't know, what a major or minor scale is, or whatever, or what a chord is. And maybe they do love music. They don't have to be, they don't have to know how to read music to be a music fan, So give these people a break. They do have feelings, and they do understand music, and because music affects everyone, so even though they don't have anything to say about the music, maybe they're just happy after the song, and that's their reaction. They don't have anything substantial to say about the music, but that doesn't mean that they didn't feel. So I think it would be very harsh to just tell him, oh, you don't know anything, you have nothing interesting to say. What a bad, like, just because maybe he wasn't lucky enough, to listen to this music, or he wasn't old enough, or maybe he didn't have the opportunity to study music or anything, an instrument. So just like, for those of you who are very harsh with your words, and you think it's okay, try to be, there's nothing better than, trying to make someone's day a little bit better. And you can do that, with simply leaving a positive comment. It really affects people in a very good way, So, okay, let's do this last one. But a Rutles, I think it's Rutles because the Beatles, the Rutles. I Must Be in Love. And remember, this is not filler. This song is not less or anything. This song is just there to, to have something by Warner Brothers in the marathon. And that way, if they want to block it, Warner doesn't block. They don't believe in that. So we need some of their help. So that's why we're going to play this song. And this song, I think they're hilariously good. And I can't wait to see the movie. So here we go.
I feel good, I feel bad, I feel happy, I feel sad. Am I in love? I must be in love. I feel rich, I feel poor, I'm in doubt, I feel sure. Am I in love? I must be in love. Anytime of the day I can see her face when I close my eyes. She's a dream, she is real, can't explain how I feel, am I in love? I must be in love. Time of the day I can see her face when I close my eyes. Am I dead or alive?
so good. I can't believe this. Like this band. Yeah. Okay. I can't believe there's this really awesome marathon that Sidecar put together, and I wait a minute. I just want to make sure that it was him. I don't want to give. Let's see. I'm sure it was him. Let's see. Yes, of course. So the Sidecar put together in a marathon, which was such a good idea. The Gray album, and of course, no, everybody knows that that album doesn't exist, right? But it was an idea to make an album like a what if, what if, um, these artists would have recorded together, or some like what if scenario we'd have done is also with Genesis. So it's like Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, all like solo, George Harrison, the Rutles, and Billy Preston. So it's like I love it because it's like a what if, like what if a great album would exist, what if they wouldn't have, parted ways and we would have something like that. So check it out. It's by Sidecar Dog, the same person who put this marathon together. So this was a lot of fun. I loved, Talking Heads, very different from the Talking Heads that we've heard. The specials, that was what a banger. I loved it. I even looked it up, it is in movies. The Clash, that one was, a little bit repetitive, but still very cool. I can see how influential this was back in the day, Um, really cool bass line, like I was even like playing along my air bass. Elvis Costello, like I said, he's unpredictable, I would really want to see him live. Elvis Costello, like I had no idea he was gonna like, play a reggae tune. I didn't even know he does literally everything, like I said. Crowded House, as always, beautiful, great composers, beautiful acoustic music, very well thought and like thought through, and it's just a good time always. I've never heard a bad Crowded House song, although that's too loud. It's just great music, and then this last one, I mean, they're so good. I can't believe that they were not like a real band, how good these musicians are to create this illusion of, playing like the Beatles, because they really do in a very, very efficient way. So this was a great marathon. Thank you again, Sidecar Dog. Thanks everybody for listening, for watching. I know I got off there on a little rant, but I think it's very important, I think it's very important, to be, the best person you can. Um, you know, especially on the internet. The internet is such a weird thing where I've done it myself. I've left nasty comments and never really thought about it ever again. And then somebody replies to me a year later, and I was like, oh my god, I wrote this, like what, like almost in shock, like who am I. And that's how I learned, and that's why I kind of like decided to get off, from social media. Just Alexia doesn't do it either. I mean, she has a little bit of Instagram, she loves taking pictures, she loves posting it. I'm very private, I really don't share anything, except this, the channel, which I think is very important and very cool and very, it's a very positive thing, and I would love to do a little bit more music, play a little bit more guitar, share that, and, just make people happy, because a lot of people are very happy, and they do write us emails, and they're like, you guys really make me happy. And when I listen to you guys, I'm really in a good place. And that's all we want. Literally, that's all we want, Um, we're not here, to make people unhappy, So that's why I just literally like wanted to make people aware, that maybe, aren't, So I hope it helps, you know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me talk. I do appreciate it very, very much. And I'm very happy with this community. Thank you for everything you guys do. You know, I love how you guys are very supportive, and sometimes because we do sometimes get, a little bit, sad and stuff, and we talk about it, and then people are like, "Hey, Nick, come on, just forget it." But we like I said, we're made out of stone, but we're not. We're still human. We do have, you know feelings. So even though we're behind a screen and stuff. So thank you again. Thank you for listening to me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.